the Cyber Espresso podcast, your quick shot of cybersecurity insights with industry leaders. I welcome today's guest, Mohamed Al Marri. Mohamed, it's my pleasure to have you in our podcast.
Pleasure is mine, and thank you for hosting me, Murat, and the Cyber Espresso team.
So, Mohamed, I want to talk about the official launch of the UAE chapter and its mission for ethical, transparent, and accountable AI innovation. In your own words, how do you define ethical AI innovation?
It's a very big mission, especially when the revolution is happening. And as we know that everybody is having a faith in the use of this technology and the revolution is happening. But again, using it in a responsible way and responsible manner, there is no clear framework is available today. Most of the frameworks are developed by technology companies, and for the sake of regulating or governing the technology itself. But from ethical perspective and from let's say responsible way as a unified standard framework, there is nothing till today. This is one of the things that we are trying to build. Since UAE is one of the pioneers in the AI adoption and AI, and being a big player with the big organizations and technology builders, especially in the AI field, that's a privilege for us to be near to them, to see what's happening, how we can benefit from what's available in the market and what's coming in the pipeline.
Correct.
So to assure that the framework is sitting in a neutral place, it's non-biased by technology or by user or something. No, it has to be purely scientific, clear, and it should be in a middle way. And everybody can comply with it. Like from a technology perspective, they have to comply with this framework. And from user perspective, they can comply with the framework. If we take a small examples, we can say the ISO. The ISO is not an enforcement on any one, but it's a set of policies or standards that you have the option to follow if you need to be, let's say, certified and to be recognized worldwide that you are following best practices or unified standards. Other frameworks like the United Nations, especially in statistics, I like their model. It's called GSPPM, which is General Statistical Business Process Model, which is an option for the statistical offices. We are trying to follow these methods, okay, in building the framework and benefiting from being near to the let's say the AI revolution is happening.
Correct.
In this region and around the globe.
Correct. So you rightly said that there are some global frameworks, standards, but in your opinion, who should be held accountable for the decisions or consequences of the AI systems? Is it the developers, is it the organizations, or could be the government's institutions?
See, this is, if you need my personal opinion, as is, and based on my information that I got exposed to it and I have seen it. Personally, I see it's a purely collaborative work. Okay, I think transparency is needed between the legislation systems, which is the government, between the technology builders, the users, and also I think the main validator for this could be the academia. Okay, using the research labs of the academia to assure that these three are working in harmony and they are in sync. At the end of the day, why AI was built is to enhance our lives.
That's correct.
Okay, by increasing productivity, by reducing the time consumption, by providing providing the governments and businesses and everyone a buffer time, we could say, or a bandwidth where they can focus on the well-being of their nation, of their staff, of their organization, whatever. At the end of the day, it's a life enhancer. If these three didn't open a dialogue with each other, and it's not in a transparent manner, okay, we end up like what we say sometimes, in other fields. And let's say in IT, there is like information security. If he doesn't aware about putting more controls, might lead to an impact on the business, okay, and to affect the efficiency. But if they talk to each other, it will be much easy. So again, it's the same. In this field, the three bodies should talk to each other. There should be a middle ground where they can post their thoughts, they can share their ideas, transparency, and it has to be non-bias.
Right.
Okay? Everybody will take their hat, like if I'm a government employee, or I'm a normal person, or I'm a technology company, I have to take my hat, and I wear the hat of a consultant, that I'm a person with full of expertise in my domain. Let us think together to resolve this issue. Let us think together to build up this, standard, or this law, or this execution act, for example.
Yeah. You rightly said it's a collaborative effort between academia, between the government institutes, agencies, and their partners. But I believe, Mohammed, the government plays a critical role enforcing those standards, those principles. Otherwise, most of the commercial companies, I'm not suggesting there should be penalties, but if they don't face the consequences, we may not know. They will be that transparent and they will be that much willing to collaborate. So I believe the role of government is really critical. And would you agree with that?
I think up to some extent, yes, I agree as a law enforcement. But let us talk about what's before the law or during the preparation. Who has the most access about the tricks and tweaks of the technology? Is the technology builder.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right? If I don't make them adopting the transparency and to say what they have found, what's the experiment that they have done, what's gone best, what's gone wrong, okay? Then at that time, this will be the light. We could say that it's the candle that will lead the legislation or the government to move in the right direction and to know what to be regulated, what not to be regulated.
That's correct.
Okay, because we see that if you put a regulation, it's a control. If you add a control above control, that at the end of the day, it's like the wire mesh. If you put every time in your home a wire mesh, behind it another wire mesh, at the end of the day, you will not have sunlight, you will not have a wind, okay? You have a window, but actually it's not a window.
Yes, you're right.
It's the same in our life. We have to talk to each other, especially we know that technology companies, being in a technology field for the last 31 years, some of them, they will be conservative. Why? Because at the end of the day, they are there to make a revenue. If they will say something, it might impact their revenue. No, there are some guarantees, there are some trade-offs between both parties.
Yeah, that's correct. So, Mohammed, thank you very much for this interactive conversation, sharing your insights on this, I think, interesting topic. I look forward to our collaboration, maybe in other podcasts, in other opportunities, but I truly appreciate your availability and being part of our podcast.
It's always my pleasure. At the end of the day, we are human. We have to share the knowledge with each other. We have to explore. We have to try. We have the right to do some mistakes, but we don't have the right to repeat the same mistake.
Well said. Perfect.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Doing
Mohammed.
a mistake without any intention, just it's a mistake during a learning period. By doing an experiment, it might have a mistake in it,
Yes,
but it's not an excuse to repeat the same mistake.
that's correct. It's a journey that should lead to some positive outcome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mohammed. Have a nice
Good.
day.
Have a lovely day. See you.